What's up, you beautiful people? It's your favorite mums here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So on today's video, we are going to be talking all about this brand new promo that's just come out, Summer Heat. So let's have a look together at the content that we have just received for it. So in our SBCs, we've got a brand new Summer Heat Ndombele. Actually quite a nice card. I mean, mediums, 4-star skill moves, only a 3-star weak foot, but overall good physicals, solid defending, really good dribbling, solid passing, good shooting, solid shooting, and good pace as well. So I mean, it's actually a pretty all-rounded card. I think box to box, it's a pretty perfect card. I would love a 4-star weak foot for a box to box, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Mediums are good though for that. And then all these other stats are pretty solid. Or I'd probably be using him as a ball-playing DM. I don't know if I'd want to use him as a holding DM, only because of the fact he's got mediums. So it might not be the greatest holding DM. But yeah, as a ball-playing DM or a box-to-box, I think this would be a really, really nice card, man. So good start from EA with that card. Also nice to see that card just for the reason that, you know, he hasn't got any other special cards, right? So obviously they're putting out cards that have had past special cards. So I think Ndombele was an OTW, I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken. But he hasn't really gotten any other special cards since then. So to have a really cool boosted Ndombele, I mean, good nation, good league, obviously, as well. Now, the other thing we also got for the start of this promo is in objectives. And we got a bloody nice card. So here you go. We got Summer Heat fan favorite Mendy. Now, basically the way this promo works is when it comes to objectives is it's kind of like when we had the James and we had the Odegaard early in the year, where you have to do some stuff. You have to do some objectives to get a, you know, special version of that card. So in this terms, it's the Footmas Mendy. So they have to be a special card. So we might get a Kent, for instance, and it would have to be do an objective to get the Europa League Kent. And then from there, as you do more objectives with those cards, you gain a better card, basically. So you start off by winning 5 rival matches, and you earn the 85 Footmas Mendy. Once you've got that Footmas Mendy, you then have to do a few other things, and you build up the card. So basically what's going to happen is, as you can see here, once you've got that card, score in 3 separate rivals matches using players with minimum 4-star skills and minimum 5-star weak foot with an 85 overall Footmas Mendy. And then you also have to play 10 rivals matches with 85 overall Footmas Mendy and minimum 6 La Liga players in your starting squad. Once you complete those 2, you will then receive yourself, by looks things, an 87 Mendy. And obviously, I won't go into all of them, but so on. You complete these objectives, these 3, you get yourself an 89 Mendy. Then you complete yourself the last 3 objectives, and you get yourself the 93 Mendy to finish it off. Now, honestly, I'm a bit bamboozled by this because I've been over Twitter and I've seen a lot of people actually complaining about this, which I don't necessarily agree with. Look, I get some points, okay? I do get some points, and we'll talk about this further in a little bit about this whole promo. Could they have done this promo a bit better? Yes, this promo could have been done in some better ways, and I'll explain and talk about those ways in a bit. But, I mean, they've given us what I would say is the best left back in the entire game. So I'm not sure what people expect. Now, you do have to grind. I think it's about minimum, 30 to 40 games, somewhere in there, to get this card. So it's not going to be a card that you're going to complete really, really quickly. And that's what I'm seeing, I think, a lot of people complaining about. Oh my God, look how many objectives there are. It's going to take me so long to complete this card. It's near the end of the game, and they're giving us objectives where we're going to have to take forever to try and do this card. But I mean, isn't that what we've been asking for as a community? If they gave us a Mendy and they made it an objective that you could do in 3 or 4 games, then people would be sitting here going, oh, it's too easy. I got this done in 1 hour and now I've got nothing to do. Or now everyone in Foot Champs is going to have this 93 Mendy because they did it in they took them 4 games to do. It took them 1 hour to do. I mean, is not what we wanted something to grind to, and this is what it gives you. Yes, it's going to take you a while. I mean, if you want to sit there and do it in one day, you could probably do it in 10 hours. But I mean, otherwise, yes, it will take you a while to grind. But in my opinion, it should take you a while. That is the best left back in the entire game. I mean, if you want the best card in a position in the game for free, may I add, then you have to put in time. So, personally, I think that's a great card. Do I think they could have done this situation better in some ways? Yes. And like I said, I'll talk about that in a bit. But overall, I'm happy with what they've given us. I'm happy that they've given us that they're going to give us cards that we can grind to and get insane upgrades on, as well as obviously some SBC cards. Now, in terms of what they could have done better for this card, I do think quickly while we do, I'll actually have a look at the card as well. But I do think what they could have done better for this card is a different way of upgrading him. Now, picture this. Think of Pokemon. Okay, that's kind of how I'm gonna try and do it, right? Think of Pokemon. If you've played Pokemon, I'm assuming everyone's played Pokemon. Now, your Pokemon level starts off on level 1. As you gain levels, so level 2, level 3, once you hit certain levels, you get added skills, right? So once you hit, like, say, level 10, you might get Thunderbolt on a Pikachu, or level 15, you might get a different skill move. And then eventually, once you hit a certain level, the Pokemon evolves into a different Pokemon, and it could have 3 or 4 evolutions. I think it would be so cool if they did with this card. So instead of getting a brand new card, it's the same card. So it's always the same Pokemon, right? But they just change shape. Now, I wish that was what it was with this card. So rather than getting a brand new card, how cool would it be if you started off with an 85 Mendy? Now, maybe you got more traits as you gained it. So as you played games, there might be things where once you hit certain goals, so once you play 20 games with this card, once you play 50 games with this card, once you play 100 games with this card, once you score 30 goals with this card, once you score 50 goals with this card, once you score 60 goals with this card, right? Now it all adds up and it stays the same card. So your stats will always be the same on this card in the terms of your goals and assists. Because I mean, it kind of sucks where, you know, you might have a really cool record with that card. With the 89 version, you might get, 12 goals and 5 assists in 7 games. I mean, I doubt that from a left back, but just imagine. And then all of a sudden you unlock the 93 and you get a fresh card again and those stats don't show up. So it should carry on and you should slowly upgrade them. Like I said, and as you hit each objective, maybe, like in Pokemon where you get a new skill, same with this, you get a new trait. So maybe you get a brand new trait where, you get an outside the foot trait or you get a finesse shot trait. Maybe if you score a certain amount of goals with outside the foot shot, that trait suddenly appears on that card. Or maybe when you do a certain amount of things, maybe you do a certain amount of flare passes or flare moves, all of a sudden after you do enough of them, the flare trait will show up on the card as under traits. Maybe, if you score 30 goals with that thing, he gets a +1 on his shooting. You score 50 goals with him, gets a +2 on his shooting. And then eventually, the ratings gets big boosts when you hit a certain amount of games. So once you play 50 games with that card, he goes from an 87 rated, a boosted up 87 rated, to an 89 rated. He evolves to an 89 rated. And then once you play 100 games with him, he evolves from his, what you can see here, 89 version. Once you hit 100 games on him, or 200 games on him, whatever you want to make, he evolves into that 93. Now, I think that would be insane, and I think that's something they need to do. I reckon it would add another element to this game where people have cards at the start of the game that might start off as a bad 80 rated player, and they evolve that player, and it could have that, and it could end up being an endgame player. Could end up being an endgame 93 rated player because they've evolved that card and they've boosted that card's stats by playing with that card throughout the entire year, and it makes it usable and cool. Now, that's how they could do it, but that's in a perfect world. For what they have done, though, I think it is a positive, and I'm happy with it. I am very, very happy with it. Now, what I want to quickly show you is we'll have a quick look at this card's in-game stats, and then I'll go further into exactly what you can expect from this promo if people are wondering. So as you can see here, we got the 93 Ferland Mendy like I've said, this is the best left back in the entire game. 5-star, 5-star, which is insane, and you're not going to see often on wing backs. High mediums, I mean, crazy pace, really good shot power and positioning and stuff like that for a left back. Insane passing, insane physicals, great defending, and pretty insane dribbling. You pretty much you can't fault this card. What are people putting on him? A lot of people are throwing an anchor on him by the looks of things. So, I mean, there you go. You throw an anchor on him, he becomes a 96.1 left back, nearly maxes out most of his defending, nearly maxes out most of his, or high, mid-90s to high 90s for his physicals. And then it maxes out his pace as well. So, it's basically just an insane card with 5-star, 5-star. So, yeah, best left back in the game by a mile. I would 100% say to do him. I think it's definitely worth doing that card. So yeah, I would definitely do him. And same with Ndombele. I mean, I would probably do that Ndombele card if he fits into your squad. He doesn't look like he's that expensive to do. I think it's like an 84 kind of rated squad around that area. It doesn't look that expensive to do. Now, going into this promo, exactly what it is. So Summer Heat is this new promo. What I've got up here is the EA fact page all about Summer Heat. Now, I already know a lot about this, but so I don't miss anything out, we're going to quickly read through this together, and I'll elaborate on any parts that need elaborating on. So, Summer Heat voting. FIFA fans will help decide which popular foot player items will receive special boosted Summer Heat winner items. For 24 hours on select days throughout the campaign, players will find a player pick available in their account upon login. Each player pick will showcase loan versions of 3-foot Summer Heat nominees. Nominees will include some of the most popular players from the past season of foot. So basically, it's footies. We talked about this in one of my previous videos, but it's basically a new take on footies in that part of it. So EA will drop 3 base cards into your thing, into your team or into your club. You'll have a look at them. So they might do it by position. So left backs, CDMs, right backs, right wings, left wings, strikers, and you will then vote, and they will give us a boosted Summer Heat card of that thing, like we got for Ndombele, but we would vote on these ones. So an example might be, they might do centre backs, and they might give us they won't give us these cards, but this is just an example. You could get not a Kante. You could get a Lenglet. You could get an Umtiti, and then you could get a Rugani. All right, there's 3 cards. We vote on which one of those we like the most and which one we want. So say everyone ends up voting for Lenglet. Lenglet will then get a boosted, Summer Heat card. So it could get votes from an 85 up to like a 93 or a 94 rated centre back, and that would get put into an SBC, which you could complete. So that's basically how the voting part works and how they pick the cards to go into SBCs. Now, Summer Showdown special items. Each week we'll highlight one real-world football match by releasing a special foot Summer Heat player item via squad building challenges for one player on each team from the highlighted matchups. The special Summer Showdown item from the winning side will receive a permanent +3 overall stat boost. In the event of a draw, both items will receive a +1. So there you go. So they're going to try and bring in real-life football into it, where there'll be SBC cards based on real-life matches that are happening. And if that team wins, that card will get a +3 overall. In the event of a draw, both of the items will receive a +1. So that's another really cool little promo where they're trying to bring in real life football. And it allows you guys to get excited, right? Maybe you see a card that's in a matchup that you really, really like. I mean, obviously you want that team to then win, so your card can get a +3 boosted overall. So it kind of brings real life football into it, and it gives you something when you're watching a game, or it gives you a reason to maybe watch a game that relates to foot. So that's really, really cool as well. I think that's a cool idea, bringing it real life football into it as well. Best of re-releases. We'll recognize a selection of the best campaign special items from the past year by re-releasing them into FIFA20 packs. 3 different times throughout Foot Summer Heat, a new collection of best re-release special items will be refreshed. The first group of best of players will be available beginning 17th of June, which was yesterday. So what this means is there will be, I'm assuming, 3 weeks of Summer Heat. Each week, different cards will be in packs. So right now, this is the list. I'll show you the list. This is the list of cards that are in packs for week 1. So we basically got a bunch of Libertadores cards. We've got headliners. We've got OTWs as well. We've got select Team of the Weeks from Team of the Week 1 to 16. So a bunch of different selected ones. We've got Shapeshifters, Winter Refresh. So they're the cards that we have got in this Team of the Week. Now, what we're going to get in the other ones, I would say, are obviously just the other promos. So promos that aren't in this list so far, there's no Scream in here. There's no Foot Birthday in here. There's no Future Stars in here. So they're the other kind of cards we are going to see in the other weeks. All right, so next week's, for instance, there could be, like I just said, Future Stars. You know, we've got Future Stars, and there could be a bunch of the other ones as well. Screams, all in one packs. So yeah, there's 3 different lots of them. I'm assuming there'll be a week at a time. They haven't actually said. Oh wait, no, they have said. So the first lot. Okay. So this promo actually goes for. It looks like it goes for 6 weeks, and they're 2 weeks' time. So as you can see, it says they're in packs. The first items release is in from June 17th to July 3rd. So that's a 2-week period. So I'm now assuming that I'm guessing we're going to have 2 weeks of this team, 2 weeks of the next lot, and then the third lot will be another 2 weeks. So it's over a 6-week period by the looks of things. Now, a selection, Summer Heat fan favorites. A selection of popular foot favorites are coming back in a big way. Select Summer Heat fan favorites will see the release of new versions of previously released SBCs and objective special items now with boosted stats. Those reinvigorated special items will be available via squad building challenges. The Ndombele is an example. He had an OTW card. He's now being re-released. Another example, basically. So any card, it sounds like Scream cards, Footmas cards, OTW cards, they can just re-release it. And who's to know which ones come out? It legitimately could be anyone's. I'm assuming they'll try and bring out cards that haven't had any other boosts, right? So for instance, you've got Sissoko, right? He was a Footmas card. I don't think would get us an SBC. We might get an objective Sissoko, like this Mendy. I don't know if we'd get an SBC version of that card because he did have a Foot Birthday card as well. So he's also, he's already gotten a different boosted card. While like an Ndombele, we got an OTW one, and we might have gotten an early Team of the Week version, I'm not sure, but we haven't had like a Foot Birthday or a Shapeshifter Ndombele. So yeah, so that's cool. And tiered engagement reward packs, basically. So we just all got, I just got the 235 plus Ultimate Pack 1. So that's going to be happening during this period and also in the period between June 17th to July 12th. There'll be a second period, right? So basically, we got them up to now. They're going to release them between this period. So you want to log on every day if you can. I'm assuming between this period and same with between this period, June 17th to July 12th. You want to try and log on, I'm assuming, a lot during that period to get these special rewards. Now, the last thing quickly is Weekend League rewards. Basically for Weekend League rewards, all tots are back in packs. Okay? All tots are back in packs. So this shows you basically what you can get from Weekend League rewards. You need to finish Gold 2 or higher, like they've done with Ultimate. If you want to guarantee yourself a 90 plus rated card, you need to go Gold 2 or higher. If you only go Silver 1 or higher, so Silver 1 or Gold 3, you get yourself a guaranteed 83 or higher. But if you want the really good rewards, so a 90 rated or higher player pick in your picks, you need to go Gold 2 or higher. So I think we might be playing to Gold 2 for me for Weekend League. And then obviously, as you can see, you can pack most things. So all tots are back in packs. Bundesliga tots, community tots. You've also got whatever cards are in packs at that current time as well. So the Libertadores, the headliners, the Shapeshifters, They're all in rewards, as well as every single TOTS card. Foot birthdays as well. Future stars, headliners, La Liga TOTS, Latin America TOTS, Liga NOS, Ligue 1, MLS, OTW, Road to the Final. So pretty much all special cards are in red rewards, as well as every single TOTS cards that you can pack. So yeah, I think overall it's pretty simple. A quick summary without going into detail is you're going to see a bunch of different SBCs from cards that have special cards, like Ndombele. So past cards that have special cards, they will get re-released as new Summer Heat cards and SBCs. We will also get to vote for cards, which will, the winning vote will then get put into an SBC as a Summer Heat card with a boosted card. And we will also get objectives like this one. As well as that, there will be special cards in packs throughout the entirety of this event, but it'll be in blocks. So this block, we've got shapeshifters, headliners, etc., Libertadores. Next block might be Foot Birthday, Scream cards, etc. And then the third block might be like Future Stars and so on. So I think there'll be, right now I think there's 400 to 500 special cards in packs, man. So I guess it gives us something to grind for. The last thing I would have to say for EA that we could ask for is upgrade packs. I think this promo is a good one. I think there is different ways they maybe could have gone about it to make it even better. But honestly, I don't get the hate that some people are showing towards this. We asked for content. We asked for new content. It's new content. We asked for grindable content. They've given us objectives which you can grind to. We've asked for boosted cards and new cards that haven't been getting SBCs. So far, we've gotten that with Ndombele. We also get voting where we get to pick the special card. So, I see a lot of hate for this promo. And like I said, they could have done some things better. But overall, I think they're trying their best to give us what we've asked for in a sense. Like I said, the last thing I would want, if they can give us upgrade packs, give us 81, with so many special cards in packs, 400 to 500 cards in packs, give us 81 plus packs, give us premium upgrade packs, give us 82 plus packs, give us all those grindable packs for the menus. For people that grind the menus like I do and like a lot of you guys do, that would honestly just make it really, really cool. Anyways, I hope this helped you guys understand what this promo is about and it wasn't too confusing. Smash the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.